This is salmon from Aldi, and I'm curious how it's gonna taste. When I went to Aldi, I noticed that there were two different types of salmon. One was a Norwegian salmon, and the other was an Atlantic salmon. The Atlantic salmon was actually cheaper than Norwegian salmon, so I'm curious to see which one's gonna taste better. The fillets had no smell whatsoever to them, which is a good thing, and also I decided instead of cooking the whole thing, I would cut the belly piece off and use that for a future recipe. Now, I decided I was just gonna blacken this salmon because that's one of the simplest recipes you can do. I melted some butter and brushed it on top of the salmon fillets, and then used some JO blackening seasoning on each side of the salmon, and then put it in a hot pan with melted butter. I like when the skin side of fish is nice and crispy, so I let it go for about 4 minutes on this side and then flipped it over and let it go for about another 5 minutes or so. I was shooting for about a medium temperature on the salmon, and the first one I tried was the Atlantic salmon. I really like this one. This one had a really good mellow salmon taste, and for $9.19 per pound, I was pretty impressed. Now it's time for the more expensive Norwegian salmon, but to me, it was more oily and I didn't like the flavor that gave to the salmon. I think I'd go with the cheaper Atlantic salmon.
I like the first one.